And once again, I am ever so slightly early. There we go. Now, if I'm right, yes, okay, perfect. So as it turns out, I don't know what the problem with my capture card was, the other stream, because it fixed itself. Yesterday, or maybe the day before, um, I booted up my computer. I opened up OBS to try to look around for like what the problem might be with my capture card. And it was still doing that choppy, stupid, like 5 frames per second thing. But then when I disabled it and re-enabled it, or like deleted it as a source and added another one, or maybe not even that, I just added another capture card source. For whatever reason, there was 2 capture card sources, and one of them was the stupid, like, 5 frames per second, laggy capture card, and the other one was just fine. So I have switched to the one that actually works, and hopefully it keeps working for the foreseeable future. Although in the event that it doesn't, I do have a little monitor capture source right under it in the event that like something else goes wrong and it's like I encounter that issue again. But it doesn't seem like that's very likely to happen, and if it does happen, I kind of know how to fix it, sort of, a little bit. Just requires a little bit of fucking around in OBS settings. That said, actually, I picked the wrong dolphin there. There we go. Bring that down to 45%. Open this on up. Very good. Okay. And before I get into this, I do want to thank somebody. IHBG4I. Thank you very much for the follow. I believe this is the person that reached out to me several streams ago to ask if I wanted to play doubles. So thank you very much for following, and I'm glad I played doubles at one time. Yeah, so the objective today, I'm gonna get beat up. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna be okay with losing. I'm gonna lose on purpose, in fact, if I end up winning any of these. My goal is to have a 100% lose rate. But I also want to talk about politics, and I think if I'm able to play the game and just kind of not care, it'll enable me to do that a lot better. Let's see what's up. Stoic. Falco, you gonna beat me up? You gonna give me a good pounding? It seems like it so far. Yeah. All right. This is the kind of melee I can expect. I also want to say I'm sorry about what happened last time, especially to like well, what's his name? The guy I was playing, P. John. I should have quit out way earlier when I realized I was getting thrashed and also making no progress and like not really having fun. It had been getting hot in my room, I now realize, and that led me to just sort of bang my head against a wall, and run in, and like my fucking capacity for thought, especially like quick on my feet thought, just sort of deteriorated very quickly. Oh. He ran off the stage by accident and killed himself. Oops. Oops. That was a weird jump in shine, but okay. Wait, I just realized I picked the wrong playlist. My career is ended. I'll hold off on talking politics until I switch the playlist over to the one that's like safe for stream, because I don't want any of this to be muted. Here, hold on. Close that. Sorry, making you wait here a little bit, Falco. Oops. You got me with that forward smash. Oops. No, I should have teched it. That's one thing I want to focus on a little bit this stream as well. I want to tech things. I want to get those sick ledge techs. Oh no. And I'm dead. Okay. Let's go back into VLC Media Player. Stream playlist. Okay, this is the one that's safe for stream. Alright. I got the text document. Fantastic. Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about some news that I had seen recently that actually proved me right on one of the things I said in my video about the GOP, how they are on the decline, and I believe this decline to be irreversible, and like basically irremediable unless some like unforeseen conditions are met, and they have like GOP has like a massive turnaround in the way their party is organized, in the way that they like, well, in the way that they do a lot of things, which I don't think is especially likely to happen. Recently, a story got published in Raw Story. Not something I see super often, this news outlet, but I do know from having read articles from it in the past that it is reliable. Pretty reliable, at least. Apparently, as of, I think, only a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago tops, at the time of me streaming this, I'm aware of, you know, segments on YouTube take a little bit longer for me to get up. The Republican Party, the RNC, the National Republican, like the Republican National Convention, only has $12 million in the bank. Which, on the surface, when you compare that to the Democratic Party's $24 million, that might not seem quite so bad until you realize that's a 2-to-1 gap, and the Democrats aren't struggling with fundraising right now the way that Republicans are. If I go to this story here, it like the Republican Party is undergoing some like internal panic about this this fundraising stuff right now. All of a sudden, I'm doing a little bit better against Falco. Ooh, forward smash. Cool. I threw. Never mind. I got the sickest tech on stage there. No. I'm probably just gonna lose. It's fine. Nice. So let's see. Fundraising has gone to the toilet. Quote from an actual Republican Party official. Oh, okay, they left. But they have actually they've raised like a considerable amount of money over the whole year, but they only have $12 million because they spent a lot of it trying to cover Donald Trump's legal costs. And that doesn't leave them with a whole lot. But what other excuse me, they're also facing problems raising more money than what they already have. You know, the Republican Party has been, ever since Reagan and ever since, you know, the civil rights days, whatever, they've been like the business party, the party of businesses and whatever. So they rely a lot on big donors and things like that. The slimy, gross, disgusting billionaire corporate money and such. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party does a lot better with small donors. Although that's not to say that the Republicans don't have small donors. But I'll get to that in a second, the small donors. Right now, the big donors are kind of avoiding the Republican Party, for lack of a better word. The Republican Party doesn't have very many good candidates. Bad connection? Yeah, I feel that. The options on the field are like Donald Trump or a number of other candidates that don't really present a viable alternative in terms of like ability to win, and they also are like aren't quite as brand safe, right? Because even though the Republican donors themselves might not be as fascist as the rest of the GOP, they are still, some of them, fascist, and at the very least are on the far right in some fashion, some form or another, you know. So, you know, they don't exactly want to back Tim Scott because Tim Scott is a black man and is also single. They don't want to back Mike Pence because he's, you know, kind of spineless, and also kind of, well, he trips my gator. I don't know what if they like care about that. They don't really want to back Nikki Haley because she's a neoconservative, kind of like a dinosaur from the 2000s, you know? Okay. They don't want to really back Chris Christie because a lot of people just don't like him. He represents kind of like slimy corruption stuff from his governorship in New Jersey. That's what I imagine they see him as, right? I thought I could get him with like the one little brother bullet, and then that would be that. Yay, no GV. Ah, you got me. And then, like, I think the governor of one of the Dakotas and the governor of, like, somewhere else. Like, the other candidates just don't have any name recognition, like, hardly at all. Ooh. Ouch. So that's the big donor money troubles, kind of summarized. Oh, yeah, and of course DeSantis is, like, anti-charismatic, so he's not a good option. I'm getting cooked by this Falco. Come on, give me something. Nice. But then we move on to the small donor troubles, right? Which are that a lot of the small donors, which the GOP doesn't have that much of a like money pool in small donors to begin with. The small donors that they do have are giving their money to Donald Trump, not to the GOP. This is what I meant when I said that like Donald Trump has sort of changed the Republican Party's finance structure around himself. You know, he's like remade it in his own image. The Republican Party can't really get money from their small donors because all those donors are giving their money to Trump specifically. And, you know, Trump doesn't like giving anybody money. We've seen that in how he deals with his legal expenses. So he's definitely not going to give the Republican Party money. Cool. And thus the GOP runs into a conundrum. They are functionally, they're kind of, they're not out of money per se. I'm sure they'll be able to fundraise quite a bit more money than just 12 million between now and like the presidential election proper. But the issue is that they're really running out of places to get money, and what money they do get is probably going to be a lot less than they would under more like 2000 sort of pre-Trump conditions, I want to say. And I don't say that as if like getting rid of Trump will solve the problem, because it's like a genie and bottle moment. The GOP has gone down a path that they can't like retread on. They've opened up the policy-making gate of fascism. They can't close it. They're just going to have... whatever they do, basically, the GOP is going to have to basically be comfortable or like accept that they're going to be relegated to second place out of the two parties for the foreseeable future. And if the Democratic Party displays any degree of like even just phoning it in competence, it shouldn't even be that much of a contest between the two. If you catch my drift there. But yeah, as much as I don't like the finance system that we do have, it is still the case that money is a big factor in who wins an election. You know, how much money can each political party raise? And right now, the Republicans are losing that battle. So they have worse policy, they have worse candidates, and they have less money, which is a losing recipe. Ooh, we had a shine stall battle there. That was kind of neat. My metric for a lot of these, like when I'm losing, is as long as I don't get like JV Ford, I'm fine. So like here, I've done what I'm set out to do. I'm happy. And I'm dead. I didn't think that would kill outright, but I guess I'm wrong. Also, apparently, I have dropped 212 frames. Trying to do the, like, take laser turnaround up tilt thing, but it's not exactly working out for me. No, I wanted to do the thing where you trade with the Firefox. That would have been cool. Yeah. So whereas previously, when I was talking about the GOP's money troubles, I was speaking in terms of like reasonable extrapolation from things that we already knew, that Trump has sort of captured the GOP financial system and that there are state Republican parties running out of money. Now it appears to be the case that, you know, it is confirmed the Republican National Convention is also having similar money troubles. You know, they're not exactly doing well in the finance department either, which makes me very happy to hear, because it's, I mean, I think that's good. The disappearance of the Republican Party from relevant American politics would be a good thing. And then we could actually, you know, we would maybe get a split in the Democratic Party where you get like the more liberal wing and then the Social Democratic wing. Or realistically, you'd get maybe a rebranded GOP that's more reminiscent of the moderate Democratic Party. You know? And then the Democrats start looking more like the Social Democratic wing of their own party. Oops. Back here. That fall through the platform was smart. I detect that. I crouch cancel that. It's kind of sick. Whoa! I could attack that. You kidding me? I had hella opportunity to do that. That would have been sick. Ah. I had a feeling he was gonna sort of do some tricky slide off shit, but I didn't react enough. Didn't react fast enough to cover it. Yeah. So that's what I feel about the GOP right now. I feel not vindicated per se, but like definitely validated in my views by this story from Raw Story here. And additionally, something tangential but still relevant to point out, I think, is that we are going to see these money troubles persist because Donald Trump still pretty safely remains at the head of the GOP as far as like the whole battle for personality is concerned. You know. Ooh, invisible shine. What I was gonna say is that after the first GOP debate, which Trump skipped, by the way, it seemed for a little bit that Trump was actually losing just a tiny bit of support from the Republican voter base or whatever. You know, he dropped like, I don't know, a couple points in the polls, but this was very much like horse race politics, sort of selling a narrative thing as opposed to looking for good data. And as time went on, we got more polls, and those polls kind of confirmed that, yeah, that was kind of a mirage. Trump isn't actually losing an especially significant amount of support after skipping that debate. And right now, it's not really like... Right now, it's like, you know, we're still kind of in the phase where a lot of people aren't paying attention. You know, a lot of people don't start paying attention to the campaign trail, the campaign cycle, until a bit later. We're still pretty early. So things could change, but I'm expecting things not to change, because right now we're getting the types of Republicans that are involved enough in politics that they might not be Trump supporters. And, you know, later we're going to get more of the types of people that aren't extreme enough to go with, like, certain far-righters in the Republican Party. No, I want to do the tech chase thing. Well, look, I shouldn't get too antsy. My goal's been met for this match. Nice. That was pretty slick. I actually just double lasered from the ledge with Fox and, like, kind of got away with it. That's pretty funny. No, he's doing the Falco thing. I am powerless to counter the Falco thing. No, god damn it, Ramen Noodle. I wanted you to down smash or something so I could tech it and show the world that while I'm not good at melee, I am cool. Because that's what it's all about, you know? People don't remember stuff that you do if you're a good player, unless it's cool. Hell, people will remember stuff that you do as a bad player if it's cool. Imagine how many people would talk about me if I became so consistent at, like, ledge teching stuff that it became almost impossible to edgeguard me like that. I wouldn't even need to win. I would just need to be, like, that guy that techs the ledge every time. You know? And that's sick. Ooh. I need to not run into Marth. Alright, here's the part where I need to not bang my head into a wall again. You know, that'd be good. Alright, smart by him. Oh. Also smart by him. No, I didn't mean to do that. Ah. Can you stop get up attacking? Oh, what? I teched that? That's kind of sick. I was trying to roll up. Ooh, grab range, as they say. Supposed to slide off there, but I can't do that. Not as good at slide off. No. Ah, I don't want to get force stocked by this Marth. He's super campy too. Alright, let's try this again. Oops. That meant to be up throw, but, you know. That doesn't kill. I'm alive. I am no longer alive. What else is on the docket? I guess I could wait a little bit to talk about stuff. Ah, somebody who smashed you is on net play. This means that this guy's almost certainly better than me. I mean, you guys probably saw that from that last match. Ooh. That was a good down tilt, I think. Ah, too low. Rip. Okay, that's good. Spot dodge is my secret weapon against Marth. That and rolling. It was a nice try. Just ass dancing. I missed the dash after that turnaround. I'm still alive somehow. Not alive anymore. I don't even know why I shine grabbed there. Martha's dead. Ah. Wow, that DI was really bad. Couldn't even make it back with NDSC Fox up B. Kinda wild. Ooh, I tried. You did. I played that a lot better. Ah. Now I could probably start talking a little bit more about like the news and stuff. Labor Day is coming up. That's fun. And there's plenty of labor stuff going on. You know, in past Labor Days, it feels like sometimes people kind of forget what the holiday is all about. Because, like, the state of unionization and labor militancy in the United States was so, like, lacking, you know? But now that's actually not the case because of the new, like, NLRB ruling and such. You know, that's been good. And one such example of labor militancy is actually there's the ongoing screenwriter and like actor guild and stuff like that. But then there's also there's like another branch of the Screen Actors Guild, or rather, there's another strike that's about to happen because the Screen Actors Guild is going to vote to authorize a strike for the video game industry. You know, of course, there are actors that do a lot of work for video games and stuff, whether they be voice actors or motion cap or I don't know. I guess stunt people would count as well. Oh. I didn't mean to just jump. Is that it? Wow. But the sort of central issue at the core of the upcoming video game strike is, I think, the same as the issue in the the film industry strikes, which is that like AI has become an increasingly prevalent thing, both in filmmaking and in in writing and video games and whatever, right? And there's very real fear on the part of actors, screenwriters, and whoever else that the executives are going to use AI to replace them, or to try to replace them. Which has sort of already been happening, regrettably. But oh. Okay. But the actors are planning to use their labor power to stop that from happening in whatever way that they can. Ooh. I don't know what he was going for there. Forward smash doesn't hit on the Dreamland platforms. Oh, wow. I thought I DI'd that in, but I guess not. The downer, that is. Oops. Ah, full hop drill. Yeah, I'm dead. This will definitely be a Labor Day unlike any other. And I wish the Screen Actors Guild success now that they are potentially embarking on 2 strikes as opposed to just 1. I think he was ready to smash the eye the first hit. It's a good thing I only got the second hit, even if it wasn't necessarily intended. Ooh. Ramen noodle. Kind of. Might not be the most direct use of the term, but it's like, it's just really close. Dude, I gotta start using my lasers. Alright. Let me actually open up that page with the video game strike. Yeah, here it is. Apparently, I think video games are one of the less unionized industry because of how recent they are. And by that I mean, like, video games became a really big thing in the United States under the Reagan administration. And under the Reagan administration, there was a lot of union busting. Might be in this guy's head just a little bit. Ooh. That was good, though. Covered a lot of bases there. Why did I do that? Spaghetti melee incoming, kind of. If I didn't trade with that, I think that was the game. What? That goes through the platform? That's kind of nuts. I'm shook. Now I'm shook, as opposed to him. Spaghetti. Okay. Ooh, good tech. Max range. Oh my god. I'm clipping that. Alright, good games, guy. Where's the GGs? Sorry, well played. GG's. And I'm gonna leave now. Yeah. Let's see. I want to make sure that I've exhausted all the things I have to say about the SAG-AFTRA strike. Against the use of AI? Targeted 11 companies, including Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, Take-Two, Insomniac, Warner Bros., and Disney. Okay. Makes sense. No, it seems like that's about it. It's just there's going to be a strike. And they are seeking wage protections and job security from AI. It's like basically you have to come to us. You can't use AI versions of our voices or whatever. So yeah, based. Glory be to the American worker, etc., etc. The next one. Jeez. So you guys know that a country called France exists. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate indeed. Did you also know that they have a president, and his name is Emmanuel Macron, and he is a liberal, and I hate him. He's not a liberal in the same way that Joe Biden is a liberal. He is a liberal in the way that Ronald Reagan was a liberal. You know, not very based in union pilled, actually. In fact, he is Emmanuel Macron is a self-described and self-admitted monarchist. He has said this in an interview a few years ago. He said that he thinks that France was not ready for the revolution, referring to the revolution of 1792. Because France has had a lot of revolutions, but when they say the revolution, that's kind of what they mean. Ooh. But anyways, let me scroll up here. There we go. There's a French news outlet that says en direct rencontre de Saint-Denis, Emmanuel Macron voit une funeste connerie, which is a saying in French that kind of translates to like bullshit. Dans la limitation à deux quinquennats. In France, the terms for their president are called quinquennat because each one lasts 5 years. Currently, presidents in France are term limited to 2 terms of 5 years, so you can't be president for more than 10 years in France. And Emmanuel Macron was asked, like, what does he think about the term limits, you know, placed on French presidents to avoid the whole, like, dictator for life, president for life thing. And he said, I think that's bullshit. And keep in mind that he is currently the president, which means that he wants to be president for life, or he wants that door to remain open to him. Oh, nice crouch cancel. And the reason I bring this up is because I wanted to talk about Emmanuel Macron and his brand of liberalism, and why I think he is like the liberal. He is, when you think of the image of the liberal that people on the left complain about, that are actually like right wing or whatever, Macron is actually that guy. Like, he's the guy you're complaining about if you complain about liberals in that sort of way. Or for anybody who doesn't like liberals as a function of them being like pro-capitalist and whatever, Macron is, how should I put this? The same way that fascism is liberalism in decay, in crisis, in whatever, Emmanuel Macron is a fascist by virtue of being a liberal in crisis, in decay, whatever. Like, basically having nothing substantive to offer to the population that would go to address the various problems that they deal with in France on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, life in France is substantially better in many ways than life in the U.S. But at the end of the day, they suffer some similar problems to what we experience in America. And I think there have been a couple people that I've talked to who have said this, some of whom live in France, some of whom don't. But, like, if anybody is going to bring fascism to France, it's going to be Emmanuel Macron, probably, you know? His tendency to be, like, anti-union, anti-public spending, etc. He wields a brand of neoliberalism that treads very close to, like, the most institutional kinds of fascism, if that makes sense. Ooh, and I'm dead. I just sort of stood there, huh? Is that a kill? Wow. I up-throw up-aired Samus. I didn't think that worked. Ooh, alright. This song. Let's see. I wanted to say a little bit more about that. It wouldn't be all too surprising to me if France had some episode or episodes similar to maybe what Hungary and a couple other countries in Eastern Europe have had, where they're obviously, like, first democratically elected leaders sort of manipulate the rules to stay in power and start doing more and more anti-democratic things. You know, Macron strikes me as the kind of guy that would do that. Just as far as his political convictions go. Ooh. No way, he's dead? Oh my god. Dude, playing Samus is a rough life. Sometimes. I mean, it is nice because you get hella projectiles and stuff, and against somebody like Peach or Captain Falcon, that can be useful if they, like, don't have an answer for it. But at the same time... You know, Fox does kind of have an answer for projectiles. Beyond just power shielding. And I'm alive. Ooh. I can't believe I got both hits of that. Oop. And I'm dead. Nice. Dude, I just noticed that too. I hit him with like the one little tiny hit of drill, and that just eliminated his whole charge shot, which sucks. Like a lot. Oh my god. It's a rough life playing Samus. Hey, if he's willing to stay in, he's willing to stay in, and I'll keep going with him. I'm getting a little careless. But that's fine. It's Samus. I think he could have recovered from that, but I don't know. I might be wrong. I put my cards on the table too soon. I should have just waited for him to shoot it. I guess that's essentially what I'm doing now. Okay. That was a good double down air by them. Ooh, and no jump. I'm dead. Okay. Sick hack stash. Ooh. I'm alive. Fox lives. Ooh, alright. Is that it? No. Wow, Samus lives quite a while. That's it. Alright. Oh, well, I'm dead now. After this match, I'll get to the next news item. Ooh. Nice. That was a good charge shot by them. They had me in a position where I couldn't really do anything to reflect it. But for the next story, unfortunately, it's a bit of a downer. The last two have been good news. We're back to bad news with this one. You know, climate protesters are known to make a fuss, and we love that about them, generally speaking. You know, I know there's some people that actually don't, but I love that about them. And one such place that they tend to do that is at wealthy fundraising events, like political fundraising events at like wealthy lunches and whatever. One such event happened in Nantucket in Massachusetts, I believe, for the Democratic governor of that state. This is where some of my critiques of the Democratic Party become evident, that they, you know, on some level they don't actually care all that much about policies that actually impact a whole lot of things and a whole lot of people. There was this fundraiser happened, and a bunch of climate protesters were at the event and disrupted it. You know, they did their thing. The group was called Climate Defiance. And, of course, the attendees of this event weren't exactly happy with them being there, which makes sense, I suppose. You're a wealthy person, and some uppity kids wanting to not die came and ruined your nice brunch. You know. And specifically relating to that, to not dying, one of the activists got up in the face of somebody there and was like heckling them, you know, with the typical environmentalist message, as you do as an activist. And I got stuck in my dash. And the whole time, the wealthy, like, donors and the politicians there were all chiding them for being rude, for being like, you shouldn't, how uncouth of you, you know, you shouldn't disrupt a polite gathering of adults and whatever. Even though that's the point of protest, is to be disruptive, you know. Otherwise, protest wouldn't work. You know. Ooh. That was really smart. He covered 2 directions I could have gone in with those missiles. And then he got me with the neutral air. Nice. Oh. I'm making it too obvious what I'm looking for. That is to say, up smash. Well, I got it there. So, there's video showing this. After they kind of got chased off, or as they were getting chased off, somebody, as they were berating these people for their supposed rudeness, they said, like, one of the kids. Well, I say kids, they're probably, like, my age, said, like, you realize we're going to die before you. Like, you know, your inaction is killing us. And right in between saying, like, you're too rude, please get off our property and whatever, one of the wealthy, like, high rollers said, that's fine, I'm, like, I don't mind if you die, or something like that. Which I think is a great microcosm of how people in power are approaching climate change, and especially how they approach protests, is that they don't view well, they don't view young politically active people as people. They see them as annoyances to be taken care of, mostly, in one way or another. I don't mean like they want to kill, like assassinate them or whatever, but they view them more as an inconvenience than anything. The same way they view climate change, actually, because they have the resources to escape it, should it come to their doorstep and whatever. Most people don't. This is a lot of up airs. And I am alive, wow. That was a clean waveland. And I'm dead. I'm dead. I think that protest at Nantucket at this fundraiser is exactly the kind of model we should be pursuing. The maximum possible disruption to the lives of rich people. And, you know, I would even be supportive if it were like a highway protest or whatever. Like, you block the highway and whatever. That's a good way to get attention. Even though it can potentially inconvenience regular people. More of this is good. Like protesting at some rich guy's mansion when he's having a political fundraising event about how he's killing the climate, actually. I'm surprised I just dropped under that. Oop. Am I dead? No. I might be. Oh no, that sucks. Oop. I haven't been using Fox's jab very much, which could be very useful in this matchup. Wow, Samus dies early. Like, I know it was on the platform, but 70%. Jeez. I'm alive. Not for long, though. True. Oh no, I tried to reflect it. Ah, that was such a good combo by him. I'm getting stuck a lot. I think I need to fix that. True. Damn, I've really only done 13% to him so far. I need to stop playing so defensive right now. There's something. Ooh, he almost got me with that. That might have killed me, too. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Ah. He got me. Jeez, I'm starting to sweat. Oops. Ooh, rip. Same thing happened last game. That missed tether. Ooh. Banger. Banger alert. Ooh. That meant to be spot dodge, but I guess I shield dropped by accident. I'm surprised he still had that charge shot. I tried. I wanted to do something funny, something cool, but alas, Randall had different plans. Here we go. That might be one of the mistakes I was making last game as I got deeper into it. I wasn't grabbing enough. Oh no, that's unfortunate. I'll keep playing against this guy. Sure, why not? Okay, I actually, this just struck me because I was talking about this last stream. The stream that didn't go so well is that some discourse started on Twitter over this. You know, there was obviously recently there was an NLRB ruling that was like basically one of the best things we've seen in favor of unions in the past, well, 50 years, at the very least. And I think Vosh made a video about how, like, oh, Joe Biden is now the most pro-labor president in our lifetime, or something like that. And there were people on Twitter, like, making a huge stink about it. And what people don't realize is that, like, look, you can dislike and criticize Joe Biden for whatever, you know, all sorts of legitimate reasons, right? But to say that Joe Biden is the most pro-labor president in our lifetimes is just correct. You could even be like 50 years old. You could be my dad's age. You could be, you know, potentially even not quite my granddad's age, because my granddad, I think, was alive during one of the FDR administrations. But you could be in your 60s easily, even like into your 70s, and that statement would be correct. Outside of, I think, Truman, like Truman and FDR are the only two other presidents I could think of that might have had a more pro-union repertoire. And what I want to convey here is that I don't want that to take away from certain things, right? Do I think Joe Biden is a socialist? Probably not. I'll get to why I only say probably not in a little bit. But what people need to understand is like, nobody is saying that Joe Biden is the vanguard of the revolution and whatever. What we are saying is that he is a much better president on this issue than other presidents prior, you know? It's not a wildly controversial statement to make. And the reason that is like, the U.S. is a liberal democracy, right? Insert bit about, you know, political education here and whatever. And there's only so much you can actually do when you're constrained to the institutions of a liberal democracy, you know, a bourgeois democracy, to use older parlance or whatever, you know. And I think it speaks as much to the sort of sad state of unionization in the U.S. That, like, there were two, like one or two incredibly easy things that you could do as president to undo the neutering of unions and whatever. And Joe Biden just did that. Like, he didn't do, administratively speaking, what he did was not all that difficult, but it had a very big impact. And it is not at all underselling it to say that he's or overselling it, excuse me, to say that he's the most pro-labor president in our lifetime. There are certainly still a lot of anti-labor elements in the U.S. government. In fact, like, no shortage of them, and that's a problem. But, you know, the presidency is just one aspect of the government, and Joe Biden is using the presidency to the benefit of labor more frequently and with more effect than previous presidents have, because most previous presidents have been anti-labor. So the fact that Biden has done anything positive for unions does make him, like, pretty good as far as unionization goes. And I should add as well, while sometimes it's not like, sometimes unions have mixed records on which politicians they support and whatever, and those politicians don't always end up supporting the unions after the unions support them. Joe Biden does have the support of a lot of unions, most unions in the country that, like, operate at a large enough level to be seen in national politics. You know. And I think that does count for something, right? Because there are plenty of things to critique Joe Biden on, but I think the NLRB ruling is not one of them. Could you make a criticism of him for what he did to the railroad strikes? Absolutely, and people have been doing that in response to the NLRB ruling, which I think is kind of missing the point a little bit. Just a little bit. I understand the connection there, obviously. Is that, like, that was a horrible thing that he did. But I think behind the scenes there was a better contract worked out. And as crass as it may sound, the enabling of unions to form all over the country an order of magnitude easier than they have for more than 40 years prior, I think outweighs in the, like, grand scheme the breaking of one strike, even though it was a very major strike. You know. And I mean, really, like, if you think about refuting, like, oh, Joe Biden's the most pro-labor president in our lifetime, think about who has been president in our lifetime. If you're, let's say you're, like, 50 years old. You know, we have Joe Biden now, then what? Trump? Obama? Clinton? Like, Bush? And then, you know, Bush Sr. before Clinton, and then before him, Reagan. You know, it's a low bar, but Joe Biden clears it pretty handily. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. Is it clickbaity? Yeah, absolutely it is. And I will, I'll fully acknowledge that. Like, you know, sometimes you say stuff that sounds spicy for the sake of a YouTube thumbnail. I've done this before. I try to minimize the degree to which my titles are, like, in any way misleading, but, you know. But then, to get back to something I mentioned earlier, where I said Joe Biden probably isn't a socialist. With Joe Biden, you never know, really. The man is an enigma to me, quite frankly. Every time I watch him, he oscillates between senile and, like, the most politically competent man I've ever seen. At the end of the day, I think it would be a little bit overselling it to say that Joe Biden is a socialist, right? I think if we were to, like, go into the alternate reality where you could just sit down with Joe Biden one-on-one and have a talk about his political convictions, he'd probably be a social democrat, right? But social democrat is still vastly better than most presidents that we've had, probably every president that we've had, at least since Lyndon Johnson, you know? And again, like I said, with actions being constrained by the institutions of liberal democracy and whatever, I'm going to be real with you guys. If we got a socialist president, and, you know, a lot of the more idealistic, not to say, like, idealist in the sense of, like, Hegel or whatever, but a lot of the more, like, I don't know, tanky aligned? I hesitate to say tanky, because not all of them are tankies, obviously. Socialists would be pretty disappointed, because there's some stuff that you just wouldn't be able to do. There's all these moving parts of a liberal democracy that sort of limit you from doing certain things, certain big things, to harm the interests of private capital when you're in government. But there are some things that you can do. You can chip away at those boundaries bit by bit, and one way to do that is by adding this new rule change for unions, and that's what I think Joe Biden has done. Unironically, this rule change does represent and should represent, in the eyes of a socialist, a step towards conditions that would be ripe for a socialist revolution, right? Because it helps to build class consciousness. Previously, there had been all sorts of, like, anti-union propaganda in the workplace, factors that would prevent people from joining a union, and that fostered, like, antisocial workplace environments that are now like neutered in their effectiveness. It's one step closer to workers all being able to have solidarity with each other whenever like anything, like any strike happens, because there's about to be a lot more strikes and a lot more unions and whatever, if that makes sense. You know, Rosa Luxemburg has said that, or not Rosa Luxemburg, Rosa Luxemburg has said that you shouldn't discount revolution. That's one of the big mistakes that reformists make. But I would go to Lenin on when a revolution is even possible, you know? And right now in the United States, we don't have the kind of class consciousness that makes socialism possible. Not yet, anyways. But unions help with that. They build class consciousness, you know? Or I should amend that statement. I think a lot of people are class conscious and always have been. The issue is just where to place that class consciousness, right? Like whether to direct your class frustrations at, like, I don't know, minority groups, or whether to direct it at corporate bosses and billionaires and stuff. And unionization helps to put class frustrations in the right place. And ultimately, with the issue of unionization, I don't think any president could have done much better than Joe Biden. There are many failures that I think you could attribute to the Democratic Party in not working hard enough to excise certain anti-union elements from their party and whatever, in like running the sort of Pied Piper strategies in the ways that, like, they didn't work in 2022. There were a couple instances where that backfired. You know, there are certain ways that the Democratic Party campaigns that I have massive issues with. But that's not Joe Biden. That's the rest of the Democratic Party. That's the, like, congressional and Senate aligned wings of the party. There we go. So basically, glory be to Chairman Joe Biden of the Union of Soviet States of America, etc. The sky is red with the rays of, I don't know, the red sun or something in America, etc. Funny Chinese Revolution meme or something. And I think we should all be viewing this as a ubiquitously good thing to be taken advantage of, that Joe Biden has done in changing the rules of the NLRB. Or that the Biden administration, excuse me, I shouldn't say Joe Biden specifically, but his administration. Am I dead? Nope. I'm not. Oh. Oh. Rip. That's unfortunate. So basically, online leftists, learn to take a W. Because if you guys, you guys go to work, unionization for you just got a lot easier, and you should take advantage of that. Ooh. I am alive. There we go. And I'm dead. That's one strong dash attack. Might be one of the best dash attacks in the game. Just for its KO power and stuff. I know Marth's up there too, because it knocks down at 0 or something. Ooh. This guy's slippery. Not slippery enough, though. Ah, that meant to be up smash. That meant to not be nair, is what that meant to be. Rip. True. Alright. Oh, no tether? Maybe he was too close to the stage. I might have been in. Wow. Samus dies early on the stage. True. Very true. Oh, he hit me into the bomb. It's kind of crazy. And I'm dead. JV? No JV. I see. I'm gonna hit him with the, that was fun, GG's. And, there we go. Let's look for somebody else. Man, you know, there hasn't been a lot of politics stuff happening, and I guess I'll run that back to like what I said about the GOP, is that they're losing their ability to influence the media machine and stuff like that. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. That's possible, you know, for sure. I love getting that tech. Ah, I wasn't close enough to the stage to get the tech. That's a shame. Also, this guy's great at Pikachu, it looks like. I don't want to be above Pikachu. What am I doing? That doesn't kill, right? Okay, I was gonna say that'd be kind of crazy if it did. I don't know if he smashed yet or if I just missed. Oh. Okay, cool. I've tried to DI that, but my stick just wasn't moving. I guess my thumb just kind of failed. Ooh, okay. I get it, dude. You vape. You know, I've spent a lot of time practicing against Fox, so I kind of know how Fox games people. But I'm not as used to the Pikachu shit, like the Pikachu's tail spike stuff. Not as familiar with how to like play around that gimp. Okay, that's something. Nope. And I am alive still. Oh, we both up smashed. Yeah. Alright, let's hope this next one is a bit better. That was on Fountain. That might have had something to do with it. Battlefield. No, I got Battlefielded. I hate that. I need to get used to the way this guy's moving. I'm alive. I'm a Fox. Can't kill me with just that. Sakurai. Ah. Ah, bad DI on that Nair. And by bad DI, I mean I like basically didn't DI at all. Because I didn't know if he was going to hit me with something. No! Oh, lag spike. Alright. This guy is going to be my vessel to learn how the Pikachu matchup works. That's what he's going to be. Because I guarantee this guy actually knows how the Fox matchup works. Oh, I should have held the ledge there. Okay, good intel. And he's alive because he crouch canceled. Not anymore. Ah! Alright. I failed that time. I didn't want to get you. Oh, you fucking pussy. God damn. I hate when people do that shit. Nope. Alright, let's see if this Puff has any more scruples than that Pikachu did. That had to be a mistake. That up B. Oh wow, that's pretty early for up air to kill. Probably because, you know, story, etc. He's doing a lot of unsafe stuff. Like, that forward air isn't safe. Up throw stuff doesn't work at that percent. Oh, well. Oops. I shouldn't have jumped back. I should have jumped forward. Yeah, you really gotta smash the out of those. Ooh, that was almost pretty cool. Got him. I actually wanted to up air him mid roll, but him hitting me turned out to also be a good outcome there. Am I alive? Yes. Probably not for long. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Now he's going to be looking for the up throw. And he's dead. Cool. Oh, he left. Okay. Predator. Hello, Predator. Alright, here we go. I'm ready to get beat up by Donkey Kong if that's what's going to happen for the next few minutes. Or I'm going to be the one doing the beating up of Donkey Kong. Oh wow, he lived? That's kind of nuts that DK lives that long. I think he tried to land on stage and do that. Oh. Yeah, I'm dead. That was both good recognition by him to do that forward smash, and also bad by me because I spent my double jump. Oh no. That sucks. Poor bastard. Yeah, that's right. Do those back airs. That's actually a good option as a DK. You really do not want to be facing the other person as DK. Ooh. Good punch. Good punch. I just waited for the roll. True. Very true. Battlefield. I love this stage. I meant for that back air to send the other way. And I dove off and died. He's not dead from that. DK is too heavy to die from that. He's dead from that, though. Because you're at, like, 130. Nobody's going to live up smash at that percent. Unless you crouch cancel. In which case, most people live it at that percent. Oh, that jump read was actually insane by him. He read me so hard there. If he had done the giant punch, it might have hit. Okay, that works. I was gonna say, I hope I get some damage on this stock if I'm, like, looking to maintain a lead here. Of course I'm not, but, like, that would be good from the perspective of gameplay. But I didn't. I didn't get that. And he's doing the DK thing. Pretty clean 68%. I will say one thing about this DK as well. He's been amazing at avoiding my shines. Like, every time I tried to shine him off stage, he's like, using, well, that move. Ooh. True. Very true. Many such cases. Get kind of up smash spammy. That's one thing of, like, Fox privilege against lower tier characters. You can afford to just get really up smash spammy. And then also as DK, he's been doing pretty good to just get the giant punch ready. And then that, like, makes me scared the whole time because he has the giant punch. Oh no, you were doing good. He was learning. He was definitely adapting. What other kind of politics? I guess now, okay, I'm kind of waiting for the second primary debate to roll around and stuff like that. A lot of what the politics that I'm getting lately is just, like, news of certain strikes in certain places. And then I'm sort of watching with bated breath to see if the GOP is, like, is actually going down the toilet the way I would argue that it is, and, like, the way I think it is. Even though I am very confident in my assessment, it's like I can't help but wait with bated breath a little bit to see if things will actually end as well as I hope they will. Oh, well. That's what happens when I try to take the ledge from Sheik. Whoa, lag spike. Not as bad as some of the other ones, but, like, caught me at a very inopportune time. Oh, that's rough as Sheik. That's rough as everybody against Fox in particular when you get shined at that low percent. That sucks, but I am doing the Fox things. This is what I was talking about when I sort of excel at exploiting the weaknesses of characters that are worse than me. This is one of those weaknesses. If Sheik is off stage, like Fox, like Sheik is in such a bad position if they're off stage. Like that. They got to ledge before I could get to him, but there you go. And dead, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was good. Oh, he missed the forward air? That's cool for me. Alright. Yikes. Also rough for most characters when you die so early to Fox up smash. That's a bad habit. I shouldn't be doing that. I just realized as I was going to ledge, like, that's a bad habit. You're not going to get those ledge dashes every time, and even if you do, it's not a guaranteed thing. I didn't mean to do that again. The DI behind and then tech in front. I should mix it up. Bad habit. Again, I need to not do that. I was gonna say, wait till he finds out that the tech chase forward throw was intentional. No, I didn't run off like I intended to. Ah, no. My brain's getting a little bit cooked again. Ooh. Stop DIing behind me. I need to mix it up. Oh. Ooh. Oh. That was such a gamble. And it paid off. GG's. Well played. Thank you. Well played. And, yeah, GG's. We did both play good. That's pretty true, I think. Guys, for the first time in quite a while, I find myself at, like, pretty much a loss of politics to talk about. There's not, I mean, I talked about all I wanted to talk about. I talked about Macron, I talked about Trump, talked about Biden, talked about unions, talked about the Republican Party, talked about this fundraiser thing. Maybe that's something I need to work on. I'm gonna, okay, off stream, I'm gonna try to cultivate, like, a news cycle that keeps me appraised of relevant shit that's happening. You know? Skeletechnology? Bro, I'm about to have the Samus Fox game of a lifetime if this guy's name is any indication. He's about to show me some shit. Yeah. No, I'm fucking dead. I'm dumb. Oh, what a homie. Thank you. This has to be Morse code. There's no way this isn't fucking like Morse code or somebody. I don't know of any other Samuses that are this fucking technical. I know it might sound crazy, but that edge cancel was on purpose. I kind of wonder, though, this is something opportunity for me to talk about some stuff. I don't know what news outlet I would go to for more, like for news beyond what I'm getting right now, you know. I don't know. Maybe I could ask around about that, or whatever. But it seems like okay. Every one of the like big name media outlets has a very significant bias. Not necessarily towards left or right, you know. Obviously, I want to stay away from right-wing biased media, and not as much so with left-wing media because I'm on the left. But I do want to try to get media that isn't as bad on like corporate stuff, you know. Because a lot of media are actually just about every media outlet has some sort of bias towards the capitalist line, the corporate line, which means there are certain things that they're like always going to have less favorable news coverage of. One of them being actually workers' unions and stuff, you know, because news outlets are privately owned. Nice try. Ah, I tried to shine. So I don't know. I mean, I'm decent at reading around the bias in those instances, right? Like, I can obviously, that's a thing I can do. But I don't know what a good news outlet would be to, like, even knowing that, like, going in. Especially because every now and then you'll see, like, a news outlet publish something absolutely insane, like a anti-trans piece, where they'll say, like, oh, we just have reasonable concerns, and they get, like, the most insane turf they can find to do a piece on that. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like even with the absence of the Republican Party lately from politics in some respect, I feel like there should be more, or that there is more happening that I'm not aware of, you know. He's just trying to super wave dash mid-match. Maybe this isn't Morse code. I don't know if I would be doing this well against Morse code, or the, not Morse code, the swooper, right? It's like those are the two Samus players right now that are like really well known. Oh, you saw that coming. He knows his sweet spots. Oh. Whoa, what? That... Dude, this guy knows Samus so freaking well. He knew when the missile would explode, which is kind of nuts. I knew he was going to super wave dash there. This feels like I'm playing a guy with just more knowledge of the game than me, and I'm just kind of better charactering him. Oh. don't know why he did that. Uh-huh, sure. Little did you know, I am Fox. Cool. Dude, that guy was like running circles around me and I somehow won. I'm gonna keep playing against him. I want to see the shit that Samus can do. I think, okay, I've been, like, kind of subconsciously, I've been using the platforms against Samus as Fox, and I think that's the right thing for me to be doing. Because, like, Samus does have projectiles and stuff, but it's still, like, kind of hard for Samus to reach the platforms. Oop. Read me that time. And, wow, I wasn't invincible up there. Yeah, okay. Turnabout's fair play. Also is definitely taking advantage of the fact that, like, he does more damage per hit than I do, like, almost uncontestedly. I usually really don't like doing jab up smash, but when I need to, I need to. And I've sort of gotten over it as like one of the scummy things that happens in the game. Dude, that Samus combo was insane. Oop. Got him! Haha. No! Let me have this. Okay, thank you. Sick. I'm gonna clip that. In before he, like, gets me with another charge shot, but whatever. Oh, am I alive? Yes. Oh. Oopsie. Probably not alive now. Maybe I am. I am? That's crazy. And the fact that I might win as well. Also crazy. Nah, Samus too heavy for that. Oh my god. Fox McCloud is such a fucking good character in this game. I'll probably only have time for like one or two more. One more because it's Samus, but... Ooh. Weak side of the up smash, but that's fine. I actually tried to catch him with the Sakurai thing there. No, I'm... my fucking run button. Okay. Oh no, I was feeling the movement. Alright. Whatever, fair's fair. Yeah, sure, you can get me with these bombs if you want. That's actually huge. That is a super, like, easy way to get a KO on Samus, is if they spend the tether and they jump instead of grabbing ledge. Just shine them and then that's it. He got the extender, that's kind of nuts. unfortunately, he has to grab me. This is the downside to that extender, where it has the homing feature. He can't grab me if I'm airborne, right? And additionally, he has to be able to grab me. He has to press the A button before, like, I can do other stuff to get out of the grab. Oh. Oh. Wow, I crouch canceled that too. Oh no, he's done. I'm gonna GG's. Scale of technology. Oof. What a stream. I'm gonna probably end it there. I think I got some good politics out of this, at least in the initial half of stream. My brain got a little bit frizzled in the second half. Thankfully, I avoided banging my head against a wall. Just maintained a level head. I didn't really care that much if I was winning. I just wanted to... I wanted to play the matchup, first and foremost, I think, is what I was doing. But anyways, there's only one person watching, but I am going to find somebody to raid because it was a good stream. So let's see what's up. Let's see who is live. Kalindi, KJH, Mango, live from Lud's event. Oh, is this like a Fortnite thing? No, this is something else. I don't know what Mango is doing. Alright. Lumiru it is. Lumiru it is. Raid Lumiru. Ugh. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excuse me, I can't speak today. For tuning into stream. If you did tune in, I should have some content from this to upload to YouTube. That'd be good. A segment or two. I'll see you guys next time, being on Tuesday, and hopefully I will have had some time to well, collect a news feed, or like get a news feed together that gives me more noteworthy things to talk about. Because I don't really want to talk about Trump all the time. Yeah, I'll see you guys then.